Hi lovely bag ladies, it's me Michelle here and it's Wednesday, which means weigh-in day, and I'm not gonna lie, this last week has been stressful. Stressful because of my personal life, stressful because of my diet. It's just a big ball of stress. However, I'm very pleased to say that I managed it. I managed to get through the week without crying in a heap and burying myself in galaxy bars, which was my usual go-to coping mechanism for stress. I had a very important event this week with my best friend. We went to buy her wedding dress for her wedding later on this year, and I'm her matron of honour. So I had to very scarily put myself in a dress, and luckily we've found my dress. I'm not saying anything about her dress, we found my dress, and it's beautiful, and it will require me making my arms look better than they look currently. At the moment, they kind of look like 2 grocery bags full of butter. So I need to tone them up a bit. Any suggestions on how I can tone my arms up, please go for it. They've measured and ordered the dress in the size I am now. So whatever happens, I have to stay this size until the wedding later this year. I hope I don't. I hope I get skinnier, but the reality is that I've already lost a little bit of weight. That is where I've got to stay from now on. And then after we did that, we went out for a meal, and it was the first time I've eaten out since I've been on the diet. And I was very strict that day. I hadn't given myself any sins. And I ordered a salad off the menu, thinking, oh, salad, that's fine, that'll be okay. And the salad arrived, and it was covered in cheese, covered in sauce, and covered in croutons. So I made the decision there and then that, you know what, it's going to be a bad day. I can account for the cheese with my healthy extra A. I can sin the sauce and I can avoid the croutons. And I had the salad and it was lovely and I really loved it. And then I went home that evening and chaos was running around my house because unfortunately, I'd left my children alone with my husband for the day. And he was absolutely frazzled and I was frazzled because it was a long day, and we both sat there and we ordered a curry. Not my finest hour. However, I didn't order what I usually order from the curry house. I sat down with the book and I worked out that I was already going to be over my sins. So I worked out what was going to be the least sinful thing I could possibly do. And I came to the conclusion that a biryani was probably the best thing I could do because it was one big meal. I wouldn't buy any of the little bits that went with it, and I would account for it in sins, and then the next day I would try and be uber good. And I felt guilty eating every single mouthful of it, and I didn't enjoy it. So I've taught myself a lesson there that the salad, I managed to rationalise and I enjoyed it. The curry, I didn't enjoy at all, and it stressed me out for 2 days. So I need to find a better way of coping with eating out, I think. Another thing that I've found that's really helped me this week is that I am a planner girl. I have a 360 happy planner, which is my life. I spent a ridiculous amount of time this week extending it and putting the extra dates in it because I haven't bought an 18-month calendar. That's another video. I don't want to bore people that don't get the planner thing with planning anyway. But my friend Jenny, who is the wonderful woman behind Anavia's Rainbow, has sent me some amazing Slimming World stickers. So I can put these in my planner. Focus, damn you, focus. And I can put in my sins for the day, and I can put in my healthy A and my healthy B, and then I can stick that in my planner. And she has sent me some ones that go down the side of your happy planner, if you know what I mean, on each week. And also I've got some little ones that I can put in day by day. And I've got some little hearts for weight loss. So when I do lose weight, I can put a little heart in it and it shows that I've lost weight. So I'll definitely be ordering some more of these. Thank you very much, Jenny. These are brilliant. I'll put the link to her shop in the video. So there we go. So I've got them all laid out there, ready to go. That works out very, very well. So here's the big question. With my biryani and with me not having the best of weeks, how did I do? I am very pleased to report, and completely and utterly shocked to report, that I lost £6 this week at weigh-in. £6! I'm currently 16 stone 7, and that is amazing. I honestly thought this week, I was like, you know what, if I lose 2 pounds, that's great, because I had a big, ridiculous curry, and, you know, I just didn't feel good about this week because I've struggled so much this week with food. But I've obviously done something right. Things that I found that have worked for me this week. Definitely cutting the bread out of my sins. At one point, I'd got so desperate for bread that I was using my sins, and I was using my healthy extra and I was having bread. I've now gone, nope, don't do that every day. Just get rid of the bread. Warburton's thins have worked really well because I can make a nice big sandwich, fill it full of healthy stuff, and then I've got a tiny slither of bread, and it counts as your healthy extra B, so that's great. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm cooking up a storm at the moment. I have been following 2 chubby cubs, who I think I mentioned last week, who are a brilliant Slimming World recipe provider, and they come up with some great recipes. I've done a couple of their recipes this week, and I've batch cooked large amounts of it, and then I've kept some for me to have the next day, so that I know that if I'm like I can eat and have a nice big bowl of pasta-y. I made their chicken and bacon pasta. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's the best thing. I'm making some tonight again because I love it so much. And then the other thing that I found really helped me is I'm a really big fan of Jamie Oliver. I know that he's a bit Marmite for people. I've always appreciated that Jamie Oliver's cooking is very simple and uses real ingredients and isn't intricate and isn't, you know, I don't sit around my kitchen going Parker and but I appreciate the realness of his recipes. One of my favourite cookbooks before I went on this diet was Jamie's Ministry of Food, which was all about introducing people into how to cook again. And some of the recipes in here, like his chilli recipe, I have been cooking for years, and I've adapted it to my own tastes and that kind of thing. Basically, I've made one change to it, which was to use fry light to cook my onions and my vegetables, and not 5 glugs of olive oil like he has. And that's a sin-free chilli recipe. And I make it in such gargantuan portions that I've made 7 frozen meals for myself. And going through his book, almost all of them are the same. You can pretty much find a recipe for whatever you want, Slimming World-wise, in this book. And if you're clever and you're happy to remove things and substitute things, I truly recommend this if you're looking for inspiration for food. My goals for next week are not to beat myself up too much about if I go a bit wrong, to try and find some more alternatives for lunch. So any lunch suggestions, please go forward. To not eat a peri-peri mugshot again, because it was truly the most disgusting experience of my life. And to chill out a bit about this. I'm obviously going the right way. I'm doing the right thing. I'm 11 pounds down. I'm sure I can keep going. Thanks everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.